Good morning and welcome to Galactic Soul Healing. Apologies for the very large hiatus. Haven't been doing any videos for quite a while. Come to realise that I am actually very much from Sirius. It's been my most recent incarnation, galactically speaking, which is still a long time ago. So from henceforth here on in, I will be referring to myself as Sonia the Syrian, not Conan the Barbarian, Sonia the Syrian. Today we're going to be doing some messages from Spirit to do with lower chakras and upper chakras. Okay. Lower grounding energies and so it's the balancing, lower grounding, centering energies of the lower chakras that we tend to, activate when we're centering and grounding ourselves. And then we also have the upper chakras, from the the heart's actually part of the upper and part of the lower group sets of chakras. So with the upper chakras, of course, we have the heart, throat, brow and crown. The decks that I'm going to be using for the upper chakras, we have angel prayers, so getting some angelic messages, Carl Gray's Gateway of Light activation, which is really fantastic for really opening that brow and crown chakra. Just great images to give our subconscious in order to help us to navigate that process and start doing that for ourselves. And here we have the Keepers of the Light as well. So this is from Carl Gray, but also that's going to give us some really high vibe beings that we can sort of start to resonate and vibrate with as we move up into the new energies that are being presented to us. And of course we have the lower chakras as well. This is my little mini Wildwood Tarot, which I recently trimmed. And you'll see it kind of looks awesome. I like it trimmed. And this is the Angels and Ancestors by Carl Gray as well. And sorry, actually we're using all my Carl Gray decks today. And the Wildwood Tarot, of course, is by John Patterson, Mark Ryan, and Will Worthington. And we have, of course, to help with us with our lower energies too, grounding into the earth, we have Animal Dreaming by Scott Alexander King. So without any further ado, let's get to shuffling. I've also had to fine-tune my studio as well. So we will... So this is what the little... let's just start with the low chakras. I think we might just start there and work our way up. And what I'm going to do is my little mini Wildwood Tarot. It's been trimmed and everything. So Spirit's just saying, yep, we're going to be doing a couple of the cards from each deck. We're going to do the low chakras and then we will do the uppers. So let's just shuffle these. Spirit, so just call in some angelic assistance, some assistance from ascended masters, guides, spirit guides, galactic light beings, any spirit guides that can help us to navigate these energies. There's been a lot going on. I feel like a bit like a push me pull you at the moment. I'm sure a lot of you are kind of feeling that. Wanting to be in the higher vibration, of course, just learning those skills to be able to change the state of consciousness, change our mindset, and tuning in energetically to what's happening to ourselves physiologically as well, and trying to, cleanse body, mind and spirit really, to just kind of become clearer channels for ourselves so that we can just get clear, centered and grounded into the reality of our being, which is actually quite amazing and awesome. And that is the new reality. We are moving into galactic beingness, so to speak, which is a little more expanded way of looking at ourselves than we're used to previously, 10, 20 years ago. So I'm just going to cut this deck here. Boom. And let's just pull out a couple of cards here. So this first card here is, now that it's a skull. So this is about like death, letting go, renewal, regeneration. So this is about letting go of our patterns, our ancestral patterns of thinking, feeling, behaving that have not really helped us. So we have the letting go card here, which is, and this is to do with the grounding chakras too. So when we let go, we need to be being connected with the earth and just letting all that negative energy, or the energy that really is not serving us, letting it go into the earth. And here we have, this is beautiful. This is about shelter and self-care, the Four of Stones. So this is very grounded as well. So it's about being just taking care of our physical, being really nurturing and gentle and caring towards our bodies, There's a little deer in there, and that's another little, little word is dear, because we are dear ones. We are dearly beloved, from spirit. That's how they view us, as like little dear ones, and they look like little stars up in the sky there. So, we have protection, angelic protection, and we just need to really take care of ourselves and kind of just remember the basics. Find times away from technology and away from EMF. So this is important for our grounding, our chakras, and the more we can do this, the easier it's going to be to kind of let go, because the more we're in nature, the more we tune into our truly innate nature and our essence. Okay, so they're really nice cards together. Let's pull out a couple of these. We have our beautiful Scott Alexander King. Quick shuffle here. These cards are going to be awesome and high frequency. I haven't been doing any of these readings for a long time, and I feel like a part of my life has been missing because I haven't been doing these readings. And I feel like, I really do like working with image, because I feel that vibrationally it can really assist us. Okay, now, I've been going a little bit too much into the mind lately. I need to get back to the body. Okay, and a lot of us, we're going to be doing this thing where we're going to be a bit seesawing into the thoughts and the feelings, and then going back into the body. It's like this seesaw, but ultimately we want to be just being in flow between heart, mind, body, mind. Okay, it's going to be a flow state that we're really going to be aiming for. So Spirit, just really asking for any guidance that we can have that you can give us is going to be great. So first card from this deck. Wow, inner journeys. So this is about tuning into the inward, maybe doing some healing on your lower chakras, doing some meditation to really look into that base root chakra. Then you have your sacral and the solar plexus. Okay, solar plexus is about power, confidence, passion, purpose. Your sacral chakra is about creativity, intuition, sensuality, sexuality, even looking at that divine masculine and feminine energies and how they're coming through and playing out. And if you like to, maybe you feel you might need to balance those out a little bit. The base root chakra is all about you feeling solid, secure, safe and strong, and grounded and centered as well. So this is asking us to really ground into, while we're taking care of our chakras, is to really look inwards to see what kind of energy, like if we feel that that energy is blocked, if we're very, very sedentary and we feel that the energy is blocked in the sacral chakra, we might need to move around. If you ask your body a question, it will tell you what you where your energy is blocked and where you need to activate a little more. And it can be even it might be your body might say to you, look, I need to stretch, I need to do some yoga, I need to stretch out my lower portion of my body more, because when we sit, we usually cramp off. We cramp up that energy, okay? We want to have more flow. So that could be about releasing blockages. It could be about something else as well. For instance, if the solar plexus chakra is blocked, we can suffer from we can suffer from shame, or shame can cause blockage over many years. The sacral chakra, if it's in a bit of dysfunction, blockage, that can be caused by guilt feelings, very strong guilt feelings. And the base or root chakra, if that has become blocked over years and time, that can be due to feelings such as fear and worry, excessive worry and fear about things, okay, can really block the base chakra. And you might need to investigate in ways that you can clear that. Let's look at this one here. So we're talking base chakras, lower chakras. So this is about illumination. Now, your inner journeys are going to provide you with illumination and information that's going to help you to open up, unblock, because when your chakras become unblocked, you're more open to flow, you're more open to your own inner energy and your own truth, okay? Because if we go around ticking other people's boxes, that tends to cloud this. We want personal realization, personal illumination, which means you want your own flow happening. So that is beautiful there, that cockatoo bird, higher consciousness as well. So it's also saying, consider that your lower chakras do actually have a consciousness of their own, and they're all part of the energy body. So they're not inferior because they're lower chakras, okay? They can actually have and house a lot of power and energy in terms of what to get it all flowing, okay? It's not just about activating your crown chakra, okay? It's about being really grounded and centered and doing the whole kit and caboodle, okay? Now, let's go with Kyle Gray, this deck here. It's Angels and Ancestors. I really love this deck. It is so awesome. We've got warrior cards in here. We've got season cards. We've got animal cards. We've got guides. We've got, wise ones. We've got a whole lot of help coming in through this deck. And, I'd even recommend that if you want to work on base chakra or really get connected and grounded, that you actually go get this deck. It's really beautiful images. The artwork's so awesome. Like if you want one deck like that's going to be nice and grounding for you, this is it, because it's got healing symbols in there. It's got a lot of indigenous kind of feel as well, which is another energy that I feel that we are returning to somewhat. Now, Spirit, let me just the deck here. Thank you for any energy that comes through here, because oh wow. Warrior, isn't that artwork awesome? Be fearless and stand strong. Now, standing, I've just had to go through this recently about I was going to be taking on quite a sedentary kind of role, and my body just did not want to do it, and I just had to go, you know what, I can't do this. I can't do a sedentary type of job. But this is about standing. So if your lower chakras are blocked, okay, stand. If you can stand and just gently walk around and move more than you sit in a day, you're on the right track. Okay, so this is about being a warrior for your inner, taking time to look inward and allowing that illumination to occur, but also taking time out, being strong for yourself, to just take time out for self-care and looking after your body, hydrating, eating well. And, that will lead to your transformation. It will help you to let go of karmically, of those lessons that you don't want to be repeating again. So if these inner journeys anyway can help you become aware of the lessons that you need to really let go of in order to move forward. But your warrior mindset is about action, it's about movement, it's about standing strong and being fearless and not being afraid to shine your light, but not being afraid to be in flow. okay, because it is going to release a lot of power within you as well. And we have to be strong because many of us have become accustomed to being disempowered over many years, and it can be a scary thing to suddenly kind of go, oh, I do have a choice here. Okay, you have a choice. Oh, this is really gorgeous. Sun, enjoy success and happiness. So the sun, as we know, the solar plexus, which is one of those lower chakras, is the fire chakra, okay? The sun is like fire. There's heat, passion, confidence, energy there, okay? And it's also about empowerment, like we just mentioned. This is about being fearless in the face of your own power, okay? Being unafraid to move into new realms of empowerment, which may mean that you need to let go of old karmic patterns and ways of being that are not helping you to step into your sun power, okay, your radiance, your magnificence, okay, and it's really that inner, this is the beauty of the lower chakras. Once they're grounded, centered, and activated, and you can breathe and they start activating, okay, you're going to get more empowerment happening. You're going to feel more in line. You're going to feel more open and in tune with spirit as well. Thank you for that guidance. That was just really gorgeous. I'm just trying to balance my cards here because we are going to just delve into the higher chakras now. So let us just quickly shuffle these. These are Keepers of the Light. Keepers of the Light by Carl Gray. Now these are going to be some Ascended Masters light being kind of images for us to help us. So this is about activating now that upper chakra, okay? And it may also help us link in the upper with the lower, right? So we're talking heart, throat, brow, crown. You might also have heard of the Well of Dreams, the Soul Star. Sorry, I forgot to mention the Earth Star. So with the ground chakras, you've got the Earth Star, which is that chakra that's just below our feet, which is really going to help us with earth connection and grounding. So this is going to be the upper chakras. Soul Star, crown, brow, throat, heart, okay. Well of Dreams, divine masculine, divine feminine as well. It's going to be coming through. And you know what? This one jumped out, so I'm just going to go with it. Psychic insight. So this, your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Bang on upper chakras. So it's saying, don't you really love the vibrational resonance of these two? Look, spear, warrior. Wow, that is just awesome. So this is really about standing strong for your own intuition now. I've just got chills. This is Odin, okay, a Norse god, and oh wow, okay. Okay, draw on Norse mythology to ground, center, and tap into your intuition. Okay, I'm thinking it's what's coming through now is Norse and Celtic, so mythology, because it's going to really help your subconscious to move into that realm of that whole world of what your intuition is about. Okay, it's not this tiny little thing in the background. It's going to grow and grow over time, and people are going to become more and more aware of the amazingness of this, because with this chakra here, it's not only insight that we receive, we're going to ultimately be able to communicate with each other. There's going to be telepathy. There's going to be a whole lot of stuff, and we really need to be able to center in our beings, activate our light bodies, so we can really activate this Odin. You can call on here on that energy, that Norse mythology collective, because there's some really powerful god figures in there, and many of them have been depicted in modern day, like literature, movies, books, all sorts of things, okay? And you can draw on that energy too. Watch movies that have those things in them and just, kind of tune in to resonate with that. Here, once again, we have facing fear. And once again, there's a resonant with this one, being fearless, okay? Facing that fear, facing that tendency within yourself to subvert your intuition, and also face that fear that you have about communicating with spirit, because many of us have that disconnect because of trauma that happened in the past. Okay, if we are truly loving ourselves and looking after ourselves, even if we use this card right here, we are really accepting that whole spirituality, that whole connection, that the upper chakras are really going to be opening us up more into that. The other bit under here says, major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. And look what Odin's got here, surrounded by birds. Birds are higher consciousness and literally has wings here, like soar. So we are going to be soaring. Once we get our whole light body going, our energy body, we're going to be soaring more into, moving into, with grace, moving into our intuition, our spiritual connection, and even speaking our truth, like through our throat chakra as well. So, this is also being, facing a fear about, if you're afraid of what other people are going to think about you, or you're afraid of judgment, or persecution and things like that. These are very deep-seated collective fears that many of us have that we need to kind of start addressing within ourselves. And that could be what this is speaking about. It can be collectively. We're pushing through a lot of that stuff collectively. So know that you are not the only one, okay? And we can take a lot of comfort in that, because as a collective humanity, we are all pushing through this right now. I'm getting chills. Right, let's look at gateway of activation, light activation, gateway of light activation. Oracle. These cards are also awesome. If you want a high frequency deck, definitely get this one. Like I do not even know Kyle Gray, but I'm just giving him a huge plug today because these decks are just awesome. They're just also really positive and uplifting. I sometimes find that tarot decks, while they serve a purpose and to give us perspective on the light and the dark, I think collectively what we need now is we need a lot of boosting and encouragement. We need to be going, okay, boost. Yes, you can do this, you can do this. And okay, you might have stuff that you need to clear. There might be some stuff that you need to look at. But for the most part, we want to be high frequency. Okay, we need to be pushing our frequency up. It's not to say that we're going to ignore, because the funny thing is that the more empowerment we can feel, the more empowered and uplifted we feel, the more we can sense our inner strength to deal with this stuff. Okay, just keep that in mind. Because if you go into this too much, you can actually talk yourself out of the fact that you are this. Do you know what I'm saying? You've just got to really look at where you're focusing on, what your focus is, and shift that if need be. So this is all about awareness as well. Okay, it's about using this is psychic insight. It's also about self-awareness. Okay, we're going to be using that as well. Okay, this is just so awesome what's happening for our collective on this planet at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Right, let's go. We've got gateway of light activation. Here we go. Wow, we've got 2 skulls here. We're doubling up. This one says crystal, skull, wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. So we're going to be getting clarity. Okay, we're going to be getting clarity because if we can release some of this, but also keep this in balance, we want to be keeping high vibe, being fearless, standing strong. We are going to be able to get clear, folks. And that's going to be awesome. Divine healing, high vibrational energy. like we just said, if you can keep mostly positive upliftment, and even give yourself images that uplift you, okay, it's going to help you to clear this and get clear, okay? Ground, center, be in nature to get clear as well. So this is just really awesome confirmation once again. Let's have another card here. Wow, Stellar Gateway Activation. These cards have very high frequency. There's a lot of light that comes through them. Infinite potential manifestation vortex. So this thing about infinite potential is that this here, the psychic insight that Odin's talking about, is like an infinite potential. You know, it's like a chakras are like gateways. And I don't know if you noticed, but you see that violet kind of colour there? This is almost that purple colour as well. So this is like the clarity and the healing that's going to lead into this gateway light activation here. Okay. And it's going to increase your awareness of your potential to manifest things and to use your energy in a way that is for your highest good and for the highest good of all. And being really creative with this, okay? We can be creative and original now. We can step up into our empowerment and be, let's be original, folks. Let's be original. Let's get some angelic guidance now as well. Angel prayers. Okay. And I really love these cards because these are also, once again, really uplifting for us. But like I said, if you ground, center yourself, really be in your power, and then sometimes little things might come up. You might go, well, I probably do need to look at that about myself, or I need to address this area of my being. Just sit with it, do some journaling, do some drawing, writing, listen to some music, and then just trust in the process and trust that your intuition and your insight, here we go back to Odin, and you're being fearless and standing strong for yourself, that you will be able to work through that stuff. We have infinite potential, as this is saying here. Infinite potential to heal. The divine healing. Sorry, I keep pulling this up. We have infinite potential for our own divine healing. And, it's just so exciting. The power of our consciousness and what we can do. I'm just going to quickly... Right, we're going to cut this deck and we are going to pull a couple of these angel prayers. Here we go. So this was the Skull Wisdom and Stellar Gateway. Has been about the upper chakras, okay? But of course, the healing is going to permeate through all of our whole chakra. You know what? I pulled this card the other day. Trust your vibes. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. And you know what this is? Psychic insight. Follow your intuition, Odin's saying. Double up. I really love when we get double up of cards because it's really reinforcing your intuition. Like we said, this is about really standing strong, being really strong with your intuition, and this is about actually affirmation that we can also receive intuitive guide. We can intuitively receive guidance. Not only do we intuitively connect within ourselves, but we can also intuit guidance because we are also angelic beings, okay? And there are other high frequency beings out there assisting us. And we need to trust in that really strongly now. I really love these cards, it's so light. And here we have beautiful hearts, okay? Love and accept yourself. Wow, this is just a whole encapsulation card of this whole process of being fearless, being unafraid about the fact that you yourself are a divine being with an energy body, a light body, and just really trusting and accepting that. Underneath it says, thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. And you know what? It's not only angels that can guide us into that. Okay, it's little messages of people around us. It might be messages that we receive within us. It might not be messages not only from our angels, but from ascended master guides. It might be from light being guides, but it's all high frequency assistance, okay? And this is about self-love, self-care, which is another little double up of our beautiful little deer card here of taking shelter, looking after ourselves, our bodies, our minds, and our emotions as well. Okay. And you know what, Spirit, I've taken a lot of encouragement from this reading today. I really thank you for these messages. Yeah, and I really love how the love is in there, because you know what? Love is that thing that's going to be taking us into this joy vibration, and it's really going to help us move through the facing the fears. Okay, it's going to help us to be fearless. Okay, and it's going to help us to also step even further into our own illumination. And ultimately, you know, the stellar gateway, light activation. So that's been so encouraging. But just remember that you really need to be putting yourself, especially your eyes and your visually, and the sounds that you're hearing, even the words that you're hearing of people speaking, give yourself some positive, loving, high frequency, empowering kinds of images and sounds and voices. Okay, not too much of destruction, violence, you know, over analysis and things like that. Okay, it's we need to be about getting in flow, and don't forget to move your body and really activate that whole energy of center, the whole lot of your chakras. Thank you, Spirit, for that. I look forward to our next reading, and in the meantime, take care, enjoy your life as much as you can, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you next time.